Hey, this is Terry Jeanette with Tapping Flamingo. Today, our video is going to be part 2 of a review of our Carnival Sunshine trip that we had a couple weeks ago. It was an 8-day cruise. We had 3 days at sea, which I already did one video on that. And today's video is on St. Martin. I had been to St. Martin one time before. Had a really good time there, except for the excursion we took. I did not like that, and I'll talk a little bit about that. And then I'll also talk about our trip this past time. First, the excursion. St. Martin is actually an island consisting of 2 different countries. The ship docks on the Dutch side, and we went over to the French side. And I was kind of looking forward to this. My mom had gone before, and she was talking about how pretty the island was. And we thought with this excursion, we could see a little bit of the island. But I didn't see any of the island. Well, I take that back. I saw the side of a mountain and cactuses, and that's it. Because I was actually sitting on the wrong side of the bus. The other side of the bus, I was kind of stretching to look over there, and I'm actually an amateur photographer, and I love to take pictures, but I had my nice camera, and I was trying to take pictures, and it just wouldn't work because the people on the other side of the bus were doing this. Yes, they were messing with their phones, and all I got were heads. So I was not too happy about that. Then when we got to the French side, we got to go to an expensive mall. Whoopee! You know, I can do that at home. Don't really care to go to a mall. I don't even like to go to a mall when I'm at home. So when I go on these trips, I like to buy things that are actually from local artisans. I am an artisan myself. I handcraft jewelry, and that's the type of things I want to get when I go to different places that I've never been before. But they did have some type of a little straw market. And for the most part, there were things there that, you know, the same old you get in every port that comes from China. I did buy this t-shirt. So I did get my, you know, St. Martin t-shirt. And there were a couple of ladies there that were actually making jewelry because I saw them doing it. I thought that was pretty cool. I didn't really buy anything. There was a watch person who's making watches. But I have a hard time wearing watches. Sometimes they don't work on me, and I didn't really want to buy a nice expensive watch and then get home and it doesn't work. So anyway, but this time we got off the ship. There was my husband and my mom and I, and we did a little shopping locally there, just around the pier. Our son, he did later on get off the ship, but he just kind of roamed around there and got right back on. Just to say he'd been to St. Martin, I think. But my husband and my mother and I decided we wanted to go over to the main shopping area. Now, in order to do that, you either need to take a water taxi or you need to walk over there. My mom is into her 70s. I think she's like 77. She's in good physical condition, but you know, she didn't want to overdo it. And so her and I took the water taxi, and my husband walked over there. He actually said it wasn't that bad of a walk, so we probably could have done it. But when we got over there, we did a little bit of shopping. Didn't buy much. One of the things we did do was what I call scavenger hunting. On these cruises, the different ports of call, they have all these little freebies that you can get. Now, I have bought the book that they do offer, but that's like, I don't remember, it's been so long since I bought a book. It's $20 or $25, but you can still get the same, pretty much all the same freebies if you don't get the book. And I'm going to show you a couple of them. One of them is this necklace. The name of the company, I'll show it to you because I don't know how to pronounce it, is this. And each different port, you get a different pendant, and you can turn this in and give them $10 and they'll give you a bigger one. But I don't really wear necklaces like this. I think probably what I'll do is I'll make something and drop the pendant off on it. But anyway, Diamonds International is a big thing. We do not buy diamonds, but I do go and I get their bracelets. And then they have charms. Each port of call is a different charm. And this one, we got sunglasses. And we also got cowboy boots, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't know why cowboy boots in St. Martin, but we got cowboy boots. That's okay. They also have Tanzanite International, and I was able to get a pair of post earrings. They're in the bag. I actually got 2 pair. I don't know how I wound up with 2 pair. And I wore one of them to the pool and stuff, and I actually really liked them. There were little teeny weeny Tanzanites in there, but. And then we got a couple of little rings. I had another one. I don't know what happened to it, but. And this pendant was kind of fun. It says St. Martin. I actually think I wound up with 2 of these. Again, I don't know how I got 2 of them, but I am going to make a Christmas ornament and put that on it. And the other one I'll probably put on a bracelet or whatever. So, but like I said, we didn't really buy much. I bought 3 things. Big spender here. I bought these little shoes. It says St. Martin. They're little Dutch shoes. One thing I wish I would have done is I was looking for some wooden ones like this, and I couldn't find any, which later on I'm actually kind of glad, because when we went back through, when we got off the ship at the end, they asked if we had bought anything wood. And so, no, I didn't. I don't know if they're going to take them away or what, but they do have glass Dutch shoes, though. And I did see those, and I didn't get them, and I'm kicking myself for them. So, and I don't know if I'll be back to St. Martin or not, but maybe someday I will. Let's see. Can't remember if I told you about the taxi ride over there. It is $7, but that's all day long. Going and coming. You can go and come as many times as you want. It's a water taxi. It doesn't take very long to get there. The night before, we got our fun times, and in it we had a map of the shopping area in St. Martin, and so we could kind of scope out what we were going to do. Let me just tell you this. There was a ton of shopping in St. Martin, and we didn't even probably do a third of it. But when we came back from our shopping, we were able to walk down the beach to get back to the water taxi, and that was kind of nice. One other thing that I bought was this little dress for my granddaughter. I thought it was really cute. It says St. Martin on it. She's like 8 months old. She probably won't get this until she's, like 10 months old, so I think it'll fit her. And I'm excited for her to see her in it. And then the other thing I bought there, I collect license plates, so I bought this. And I got them down quite a bit. It was pretty expensive at first, but I kept haggling and finally got them down quite a bit. Anyway, we came back to the ship and had a little snack. We got a pizza, and we eventually went and started getting ready for our elegant night. Now, a lot of people think of elegant night as, oh, I have to wear a really fancy formal. That's not necessarily so. If you want to, you can. If you want to wear a tuxedo or a nice formal dress, you can, but most people do not. In fact, I don't think I saw any of that this particular cruise. My husband, he wore a suit and tie. It was just a sports jacket, really. My son wore a white shirt with a tie. My mom just had a nice slacks outfit, and I wore a nice dress that I had just bought for a whopping $12. And, I saw men there that had just dress shirts, no tie. Basically, they do not want you coming in there like a bunch of bums. No jeans, no t-shirts. They just want everybody to look nice. And it is a very nice evening and a nice dinner. I had lobster. It was the only night that we were able to have lobster without paying extra. My husband actually had lobster and steak. And after dinner, we went to the show, and it was Bobby Borgia, and he is actually a magician, and that was really fun. It was an interactive show, it was really nice to have a different show besides the singing and the dancers that they normally have. I appreciate when they have different things. But after the show, we went and got out of our nice clothes and just put on some comfortable clothes, and then we went to the Lido deck and we watched a movie under the stars. They had this on this ship, and I loved it. We did that just about every night. We went and saw a movie. This particular night was San Andreas, and I really enjoyed doing that. Something about the fun times. It is a newspaper you will get every night when they turn down your bed, and you have a little towel animal waiting for you. And you can just plan things for the next day, open it up, and here it has all the different activities and times of the activities going on the next day. On the front, it'll tell you, like this one is St. Martin. It may say day at sea. If it's a port of call, it will tell you what time you're going to arrive, what time you need to be back on the boat, and what time they plan to leave. Now, with St. Martin, originally, we were supposed to be there like 9 o'clock in the morning, but because of Tropical Storm Erica, our captain, he went around her, and we actually got into St. Martin like at 11:30, and it was fun. I always like to see us come into port. That's always fun to do. And we were supposed to be back on the ship at 7:30, and we left at 8 o'clock. Now, this is ship time, so whatever port you leave out of, originally we left out of Port Canaveral, that is the time that you need to set your watches to. So you don't want to be late for the ship when it leaves. Anyway, that was pretty much our St. Martin Day. Enjoyable day, beautiful weather. I'm very grateful for that. And this is Gordon, the Tapping Flamingo, and I signing off for now. Hope you all have a really great day.